video is focused on removing access. Everybody can't go. I'm learning that as I go along on this journey of life and maturity and growth and healing, and, just my mindset and just kind of, like I said, maturing overall, I realized that everybody can't come along for the ride. There's some friends that I've had in the past that I had to let go because I'm learning that your path is not always the same path as someone else. So, for example, I recently heard someone say, just because there's a calling on your life and you're growing, that doesn't mean that your friend has that same calling. And that's so true, because a lot of times, it's like we grow up with people, we have certain friends that, we want to bring along as we mature and, kind of reach those levels of success. But sometimes you'll realize that you kind of outgrow people. Like a lot of times you'll realize that you've outgrown people and they may be in one space and you're in another space, and you'll realize that your worlds are no longer aligning, and that's when it's time to let go. And sometimes there's no love lost. There could be no beef. There's certain times where there's no beef, it's just peace. I'm not talking, of course, badly about anyone, but I've had friends in my life where I realized this friend, every time this friend is around, it's drama, it's problems. Nothing good comes out of the friendship. It's always some type of negative result, negative outcome. And I'm at a space now where I'm growing and I'm not in the mindset of negativity and drama and things of that nature anymore. That's kind of all fun and games when you're in high school or whatever, when you're younger, when your mind is not as mature. But as you start to mature, you realize, even now, I realize if I had drama in my life right now, it would be a no for me, because I have too much to lose. It's different when you're younger. It's you might get grounded. Your parents might punish you by taking your phone. But now we're adults. You can go to jail. You can lose your job. I don't got time. I don't have time. I have real life goals I'm out here trying to reach, and I don't got time to be having to pay the consequences for ignorance. So that's one thing that I'm just realizing, that everybody can't go along with you for the journey. And then there's also something around you being a product of your environment, because you can be in a really bad environment and take yourself out of that environment, and you'll realize you're thriving once you're in this new environment where everything is positive, the people are positive, the outcomes are positive, the opportunities you're getting are positive. So it's I really do believe that saying of you are a product of your environment, because you can be taken out of a negative environment and really go into a positive environment where people want to see you succeed and people want to see you thrive, and you will thrive. So this video is really just focused on that, focusing on realizing that everybody can't come along with you for the ride. There's going to be times where it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt, because I've had friends where we're childhood friends. Oh my goodness, this has been my friend since 3rd, 4th grade, literally, and I'm turning 30 this year. So it's I don't know how old you are in 3rd or 4th grade, but let's say you're 9, 10 years old, and now I'm turning 30. So it's you have this wide history of friendship, and it's oh man, now I can no longer be friends with this person. But like I said, you have to just kind of deal with it and realize that this person is just not on the same wavelength as you, and not even in a cocky way, not meaning that arrogantly, oh well, I'm better than them, they not on the same level as me. It's not like that at all. It's more of mindset, okay, they're still living in that mindset of immaturity and drama and chaos, and we're thriving out of that. We're kind of pushing out of that. We're focused now on positive goals and positive outcomes, and really just being happy overall. Nobody's trying to live the lifestyle of drama and chaos. I want to be happy, I want to be joyful, I want to be glowing in a positive glow. So nobody wants to deal with that, you know? And then also, another thing I've realized is sometimes the people around you will block your blessings. So someone can see that, like, yeah, you're gifted, you're talented, you should be, you know, in whatever environment you should be in to thrive, but you're hanging around that one person and that person is blocking your blessing. So that could be, for example, let's say I've applied to a job or something, and like the people that I applied for the job or whatever, and like I'm hanging around the wrong crowd where, you know, I get into some trouble or whatever. Like it can be a moment where you could have received that job, but they realize, oh no, she hangs out with this person, he hangs out with that person. I'm not trying to associate myself and my brands and my company with someone who's hanging out with those type of people. So like you'll be surprised how much that can block your blessing. Or it can be the situation of like jealousy. A lot of times we don't want to talk about it, but a lot of these people that we're calling our friends, they really are jealous of us and jealous of, you know, the blessings that God has blessed us with and have given us. So somebody will see you trying to apply for a new job and be like, oh well, you know, can you help me get a job? And if you know you never worked with them, or like whatever the case may be, where you don't help them get a job, or if they don't have a job right now, they're not going to, you know, push you to be like, yeah bro, get up early, get to your job on time, get to your job early so that they remember you, things like that. They're not going to give you encouragement and tell you like, keep going bro, I'm proud of you, you got this new job, congratulations, like I really love seeing you, you know, achieve your goals. If you don't have friends around you that's talking to you like that, then you need to find new friends. And I'm actually going to make a whole video on like friendships and stuff like that. But it just letting you know that like jealousy is a real thing. I think people don't realize it, but people that you claim to be your friends, they can be very jealous of you. So be real careful around who you call your friend and who you associate yourself with, because even in the sense of like I said, I don't want to like, of course, like talk negatively or anything, but I do want to bring this up to the point of like, depending on who you associate yourself with, you can put yourself in danger physically. Like you could be with somebody who is like get caught up in like a whole bunch of bad things, and then one person will see you and be like, oh, I know that you be with that person, so I'm going to harm you. And it's like, you know, nobody's trying to live life kind of looking behind their back, not sure if they can walk down a block, if it's safe to go this place, like safe to go that place. Nobody wants to live a life like that. So be very careful who you associate yourselves with, and be very careful who you label as a friend, because just because you are a friend to someone doesn't mean that they're also a friend to you. So I feel like that's really important. And then I just have a few notes that I wanted to make sure that I'm making sure that I'm hitting all of my points. So another thing is, you have to realize that some people's access in your life will have to be revoked. It's just that simple. I know we all want to bring our friends along for the ride and, you know, kinds of all lavish in the blessings together, but there's just some people in your life, whether it cannot even be friends, I'm just using friends as an example, it's just over across the board. Like whether it's relationships, you know, now we call them, like some people call them situationships, where it's like you may not be in an exclusive relationship with someone, but you guys like have a situation going on, y'all talking or whatever the case may be. No matter what the case may be, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, it's sad to say, but even family, like sometimes you cannot bring these people into the next chapter of your life, the next era of their life, the next, you know, the next stage of your life. Like people's access to you have to be revoked. So that's something that I did want to put out there, that like don't let somebody play games with you twice, okay? If somebody did you wrong once, or if you saw the red flags once, don't let it be a second time. So, and especially when you're growing, like I said, when you're growing, you don't have time for games. playtime is over. Playtime been over. It's time to get serious about our goals and our accomplishments. We don't have time to play anymore. So some people have to just be let go. It's just that simple. You just have to cut them off. They have to have their access revoked from your life. And then lastly, this goes back to the point of like access being revoked. You just have to know that not everyone can receive a wristband into your party. So if you've ever been to a party or any type of event where they have like VIP, like they even have this for like concerts. Like if you don't know by now, my favorite singer is Usher. So I'm sure at Usher concerts, even at Nicki Minaj concert, whoever you listen to, when you go to these different concerts and different tours, they have like your general admissions section where it's like just people who pay regular prices and to attend the concert and enjoy the concert. Then you have your VIP where they have specific packages. You could have a meet and greet, meet Usher. You could get, some of them they have like signed like different things with their autographs and like all these different perks pretty much, right? So I say that to say it's the same way with planning a party. When you're planning a party, or even like I said, when you're planning a party, or even when you're going into these different tours and everything in your VIP, they usually give you a wristband, and the wristband is showing that you're exclusive. You are VIP, standing for a very important person. Like you are someone that is going to be recognized and acknowledged, and you'll get special privileges that no one else has. So I say that to say it's the same way with a party. When you go to a party and like if somebody has a specific section, you get a wristband or you get some type of exclusivity, like something to let people know like, okay, this person stands out. So with that being said, you have to be very careful who you're giving a wristband to. And we're going to use the wristband as an example of it being access. So you have to be very careful who you're giving access to. Like not everyone should have access into your life, into the things you have going on, into the goals you have. You have to be very careful. And then the party is your life accomplishment. So you have to, it goes back to what I was just saying. You have to be very careful when your eye is on the prize. You have to keep your eye on the prize, and you have to be careful who comes along that journey with you to make it to that destination. So I really hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with anyone you know who is at a space right now where they're trying to grow, they're trying to evolve, they're trying to move forward with their life, and they're at a space now where they have to realize that not everyone can go along for the journey. I hope you all have a great day.